There are 8.7 million species living on our planet today. Many of us only know a small percent of the animals who walk on our Earth and swim in our seas. Due to a variety of circumstances, some of these creatures have developed evolutionary traits that help them not only survive, but also thrive. Some of these evolutionary traits can cause these animals to appear strange to us. In the upcoming slides, I will share some information with you about these unique and sometimes ugly animals. These first three creatures can be found swimming in our oceans. This is the blobfish. The first one of its kind was found off the coast of New Zealand, 1,300 meters deep beneath the surface. His appearance is so strange because of the way it evolved to survive under very high water pressure. When the blobfish is in its natural habitat, 2.5 times deeper than most submarines can reach, it appears what you and I would consider normal. But when it rises out of its habitat, this is what the blobfish looks like. Deep sea creatures have less predators and a slower aging process, which means this little guy can live up to 130 years old. This terrifying creature is called the goblin shark. My daughter June is particularly fond of this guy. These sharks can be found off the coast of Japan, approximately 40 to 1,300 meters deep. Goblin sharks have a jaw that can open 111 degrees, while humans can only open their jaws 50 degrees. Even more impressive is that goblin sharks can extend their jaws away from their body to capture and retrieve prey. If you've ever watched the show Stranger Things, this creature reminds me of a Demogorgon. This is the sea lamprey, and it is a migrating species that can be found in the Atlantic Ocean. It can be measured around 1 meter long, and it is a parasite. The terrifying shape of its mouth and teeth are what allows the sea lamprey to feed. They will attach themselves to the side of a fish, like in its gills, and it will suck the blood from the fish until it's dead. Each female lamprey can lay up to 30,000 to 100,000 eggs in its lifetime. Now we're going to move on to these next three slides, which is going to be creatures of the land. This guy is called the aye-aye. Aye-ayes are known for, as you can imagine, their ginormous ears and their penetrating stare. But even more, they are known for their sophisticated hunting approach. They use those big giant ears as cups to listen into trees for the sound of bugs. Then they tap their fingers to try to find the hollow parts of trees. And once they find the hollow part, they will chew through the bark, and then they will use those elongated fingers that you see in the picture. They will pierce and retrieve the bugs and grubs that they find within the branch. It's pretty amazing to watch. This pretty little thing is called the bald-headed wakari. These guys are found in South America, and if you spot a group of them, it's called a troop. Its bright red face is indicative of good health and helps him attract mates. If his face isn't bright red, it could be a sign of malaria. The reason for the distinctive coloring in their face is due to a thin layer of skin covering its capillaries. So the red color that we see is actually flowing blood. This particular ugly animal is one that you may have seen before. This creature is called the hairless Chinese crested dog. Its name describes exactly what makes this dog so unique and strange looking. It was actually bred from Mexican and American hairless dogs and has no Chinese origin despite its name. Since it is such a small animal, it's a great pet for small apartments because it doesn't need much exercise. Finally, we're going to take a look at some unique animals that happen to be on the endangered list. The first one up is the black snub-nosed monkey. They are found in China in forests that are high above sea level. His appearance is so strange because he has an upturned nose and large pink lips. The reason his nose has this shape is because it does not have a nasal bone. Unfortunately, this creature is endangered due to deforestation, poaching, and climate change. Here we have the proboscis monkey. He is native to Indonesia, Brunei, and Malaysia. Sadly, he is another endangered species. These monkeys are arboreal, which means that they live mostly in the trees. The size of the male's nose is correlated to his attractiveness to female monkeys. The nose is also used to make a loud mating sound and for claiming their territory when they sense that another male is nearby. Another interesting fact is that these monkeys are great swimmers, and they use their webbed fingers for swimming from mangrove to mangrove. Finally, our last endangered species that we will talk about is the Amazon river dolphin. As you would expect, you can find them in the Amazon River. What makes this dolphin so unique is its pink and tubby body shape. The dolphins become pinker as they get older. This reason is unknown. It could be a method of camouflage, or it could be due to scar tissue from excessive fighting. Additionally, their chubby necks and extra fat allow them to turn their heads up to 90 degrees. This concludes my slideshow about ugly and unique animals. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new and were able to enjoy these interesting creatures as much as I do.